How do you get treated for having an elite level physique? Today, we're going to be going over how you get treated based on how attractive your physique is. So I've created this really simple to understand drawing that determines how attractive your physique is and then tells you how you'll be treated in your real world life. Let's keep it a beam. Most guys start at the gym because they want certain things. The real world results: attraction from women, respect from men, and just generally feeling better about themselves. However, somewhere along the line, usually they get led astray down the gym cell path. They turn into a perma-bulking gym cell, maybe even taking copious amounts of steroids to keep up with the ever-growing standards online, which is why we need to be so autistic and draw diagrams like this to explain the benefits of just having a nice, lean, aesthetic physique. We call it the AAA physique. So we can see here at level 1, you're at rock bottom. And down below, we can see what this might look like. So if you are truly at rock bottom, this means you're severely overweight, you're severely skinny, and like chronically pale, like an A4 sheet of paper, right? And when you are at rock bottom, women and even people in general treat you like you don't exist. You are completely invisible. You will have the feeling that you just don't exist. You're not important, okay? You get no respect from men and you get micro-bullied in every situation. You might be the butt of the joke at work. You might be constantly teased about certain things, or you're never involved in the joke. Once again, you're at the rear end of the joke. You're a jester, so you're constantly finding that you have to even make fun of yourself, be extremely flamboyant and like self-deprecating. This is a jester. That's what a jester is. And you're always a safe friend for women. You're never the guy that is going there at 1 a.m., smashing and then going home. You are the safe friend that she tells you about, that guy. And then lastly, you're just low status in general. You don't have like a massive friend group and you find it really hard to make friends. This is the brutal reality. This is the truth. And I don't say this to be mean or to be overly brutal. I tell you this because we preach the truth. We preach the real realities of the world. And I think it's better to know the real truth than to live in a constant delusion that most guys are living in. This is what we teach here at the Harley Twins Foundation. Because yeah, if you're familiar with this channel, you understand it's a cope-free zone here. We don't cope, we just say how it is and we try to work to fix these things. And the thing is, like, the first step to any of this stuff is just self-awareness and understanding that you are suffering. Because a lot of people convince themselves that they're not. They convince themselves that things are all right, but they could get a lot better. And another thing is, we were here, man. We were here. I was decently popular in school. I had a lot of friends. I've always had a girlfriend and women in my life. And then I went through a really bad period where I got like really chubby, unattractive. I shaved my head. I was doing a lot of drugs. I'll bleep it out because we can't say it. And I completely went off the rails. And I lived the experience of being a low appeal, low SMV male. It fucking sucks. And we get tons of comments of people saying like, oh, well, that's so superficial this, that's so surface level. But here's the thing, you're in a superficial world. And I was once like a heavy blue pillar as well. And I was also very naive to the world. And I thought that surely the world can't be that superficial, but it is. That's just how things are. Name an ugly actor that isn't a comedian. By the way, guys, the comprehensive program to build the AAA physique just got dropped to the price of less than fucking Netflix. This is our gift to you from all the support you've been showing us recently. It's essentially the complete protocol to build the max appeal physique, including everything from your own personal diet plan, training plan, and every single bit of information you need to know to build your dream physique. Let's continue. And next we have level 2, which really isn't much better than level 1. This might look like a completely untrained physique, or you're stuck in a permabulk, 20% body fat plus. You're a roid cell, so you've done so much anabolic steroids where you show negative health markers, pimples, chronic acne, constant bloating. You just look like shit. Either you're skinny fat or you're skinny. So this isn't as bad as one rock bottom where you don't appeal to literally anyone. You might appeal to 2 or 3s. You get no validation without prompt, okay? So you are constantly having to ask for, do I look good? Does this shirt look good? You're constantly having to ask for compliments or even just slight validation. There's no one that comes up to you and says, hey man, that's like a fucking sick shirt, man. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get those pants from? Who cuts your hair? You don't get any of that shit. You blend in. You are viewed as low threat by other men and you are just lonely. You find it hard to make friends. So you might notice a theme. This is very similar to level 1, and it's because you haven't reached the threshold of attraction yet. Yeah. There is a threshold, and once you pass that, life starts opening up. So yeah, real simply, that's just level 2, you're subpar. Level 3 is average. This is an average body with maybe some slight definition, and that's around 15 to 20% body fat. So this might even be some guys that are lifting, but it hasn't even been like a year yet, and they're seeing some progress. And essentially like the way you get treated here, and this is an exact reflection of how I was treated for the first like 2 years of lifting, because it's like a slight jump. You get no admiration, just toleration. So people tolerate having you around, but they're not looking to impress you. They don't really admire you. You see no dating results. These are people that get onto dating apps, see 0 results, and then think that dating apps are trash. It's not about the dating app, bro. Guys ask if you play a sport, so they might not even assume that you lift or that you're an athlete, but they say, oh yeah, you keep fit. Compliments by 4s. Yeah, like this is the results that you do get on dating apps. They're from like 200-pound women sliding up into there. And you don't get envy. So People that have built a really, really good physique and they've worked and they've grinded hard for it, know that people are very envious, and you will get like subtle hate from some people that just wish they were you. It is a real thing. So yeah, there's a good chance that you might be in this zone, and actually that's great news for you because you haven't really got that far to go, okay? This is not a bad zone to be in. Don't think this is like a terrible starting point. This is actually a great starting point. The whole point of this video is to understand where you are, where you sit in terms of the hierarchy of human existence, okay? If you're here, that's pretty good, man. All right, at level 4, we have you are in shape. So you might have been going to the gym for 2+ years, or with better genetics, maybe 1.5 years, but you've got a pretty good physique at this point, okay? You've got a visible six-pack and a visible V-taper in a shirt, or even without a shirt. This is where results really start to kick in, and it's where you're gonna start to get that ROI from the gym, where you're gonna get that return of investment. So this is when you'll start to notice women looking at you in public. They might do a double take, and they might like giggle with their friends or something, especially if they're into guys who have a more masculine appearance or physique. You look good in basic clothes. So you might buy like a Bonds basic tee and you just look better in it. You're filling out the sleeves more, it's hugging the chest, resting on the back, and you just look phenomenally in clothes in general. You get respect from men. You notice a slight increase in the respect from other men when you're first meeting them, or even if you've known people for a while. It's a crazy phenomenon, man, especially if you have known them for a while. And they're just nicer to you. They want to impress you. They want to be around you more. Dudes ask you if the machine's free rather than just taking the machine. Women actually put in some effort for you. She doesn't give you birthday blowjobs anymore. You're not getting pity hand jobs. You know, she's not like trying to put you in the doghouse. She's not giving you shit all the time. I can't believe how much men are out there living in these subpar relationships, and they don't even understand how good it can get. They really don't. When women have true lustful desire for you, when they actually lust after you as a man lusts after a woman, you would not believe the shit they can say, the shit they will do. And this is when dating apps and Instagram results start to improve. So you'll start to get matches on Hinge or Tinder if that's what you're on, and you'll start to actually like these platforms because they're getting you results. Instagram, if you're taking the right photos, you'll start to get results on there too. And men start asking for advice. Once again, they respect you more. They look at you as an inspiration, as a higher version of themselves, okay? So they're asking you for advice. Level 5, the AAA physique, the God tier physique, the aesthetic, athletic, and attractive physique. This is a 1:6 shoulder to waist ratio. It's a 23 FFMI. It's sub 10% body fat. It's having a nice dialed in tan. It's having an attractive face to match the physique. Very few people truly get here. I'm not there yet. This is the dudes that see 90% of the results. I mean, these are movie actors. These are people like Chris Hemsworth, micro influencers. These are the David Lades, the Lex Littles of the world. It's at this point where you can't deny the halo effect. I mean, the truest example of this is Marlon. What is unique about Marlon? What does he do? He's a streamer. He got to his position from looking good. The truth of the matter is, when you look at these popular influencers, they at least have something about their appearance that is like highly attractive. No one likes to sit there all day, look on their phone at someone who is unattractive. Every single thumbnail that we post, we do a split test of 3 different thumbnails. David Lade has been a running joke in this channel because he's in every thumbnail. But the thing is, we split test David Lade with other people. We'll do like the Trend Twins, we'll do Sam Sulik, or we'll do some other influencer. But the truth of the matter is, David Lade looks the best, he's the most well-rounded, so he always gets the most clicks, and that's always the final thumbnail. And another really brutal example of the fact that gym isn't everything is this guy. I actually can't remember his name, but I will find a clip of him. And his physique is dialed. His physique is phenomenal, but his face, like he has these ears that sort of point out, he doesn't have the best haircut in the world, and he just gets clowned online. Like, he gets so much hate. I genuinely feel bad for this guy because his physique is amazing, but people literally don't give a fuck because of the face. Even the things he is saying is like, it's all great stuff, right? But people hear 2 different things from the exact same sentence said by 2 different looking people. Remember that. People could say the exact same thing and people will hear 2 different things from these 2 different people. The effects that you will see at this level is women will genuinely sexualize you. Even if you look at public interviews, this is a great example, okay? Women will go up to these guys, right? These women will straight up touch these guys as they're interviewing them. Imagine the roles were reversed, bro. Picture that. And I remember when I was at my leanest, I went out and did public interviews. This literally happened to me. They will touch you unconsensually. Next up is sponsorships. Like, even business opportunities can open up. Think about Marlon. He's set for life because of the way he looks. And the physique matches the face and he's aesthetic. And this is what we're just talking about. Viral potential on Instagram and TikTok. It doesn't really matter what you post. As long as you're putting yourself out on the internet, people are gonna watch because they like looking at you. And that's it, guys. Maybe you can work out from these real world examples and real world treatments where you kind of sit on this scale. And the best part about what we're teaching here is that it's your physique a lot of the time. Your face really only has to pass like a threshold of decent attraction where women say that's valid. Your physique is really what's going to breed that raw attraction from females, that primal desire that they have, okay? And if you are well-rounded and you got your physique dialed and your face dialed, is the most rewarding thing in the entire world. And guess what your physique is? It's something that you can always improve on. It doesn't matter where you started from. We started from a pretty shitty starting point, it's safe to say, and we've built ourselves up to a place that, you know, I never really thought I could get to. And by the way, if you're somewhere here and you're struggling and you've been spinning the wheels for a while now, reach out for help, bro. Just flick us a message on Instagram and we can reply to you there, or just go in the first link in the description. You can book a free call. We can just have a chat about how we can help you. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.